A new beginning. The phoenix rises from the ashes of betrayal. It was a cool autumn evening when Claire's world came crashing down. She had just finished making dinner, the aroma of roasted chicken and herbs filling their cozy suburban home. She hummed softly, setting the table for two, as she did every night for the past 15 years. The life she and Adam had built together, the love they shared, felt like an unbreakable bond, or so she thought. Adam came through the front door, his face pale and eyes distant. Claire noticed it immediately, a sinking feeling creeping into her chest. Something was wrong. He had been acting strange for weeks, working late, distracted. But when she asked, he always brushed it off, blaming work stress or exhaustion. "Adam?" Claire called out softly, trying to meet his gaze as he dropped his keys on the counter. "Dinner's ready." He didn't respond, didn't even look at her. Instead, Adam walked straight to the dining room, pulling out the chair but not sitting down. His posture was tense, his eyes avoiding hers, and that was when Claire knew something terrible was about to happen. "Claire, we need to talk." Her heart began to race. The phrase echoed in her mind, twisting into every worst-case scenario she had ever imagined. But nothing could have prepared her for what came next. "I'm leaving," he said bluntly, his voice cold and detached. "I've been seeing someone else. I'm in love with her, Claire." Time stopped. Claire felt the air leave her lungs, her hands trembling as she tried to process the words that just shattered her world. Adam? Her Adam? The man she built her life with, the man she trusted with every fiber of her being, was leaving her for someone else? What? Her voice broke, tears threatening to spill from her eyes. "Adam, what are you talking about? I didn't mean for it to happen," he continued, avoiding her tear-filled eyes. "But it did, and I'm done pretending. I'm leaving tonight." Claire collapsed into the chair, her mind spiraling. This couldn't be real. They had been happy, or at least she thought they had been. Sure, they had their ups and downs, like any couple, but she never imagined Adam would do this. Never imagined he would betray her so deeply. "For how long?" she whispered, her voice barely audible. Adam hesitated, guilt flickering across his face for just a moment. 6 months. 6 months. For 6 months, he had been lying to her, cheating on her, living a double life while she remained oblivious. The weight of his betrayal crushed her, but underneath the pain, something else began to stir. Anger. Not just at Adam, but at herself, for not seeing the signs, for believing in a love that clearly hadn't been real for him. "Get out," Claire whispered, her voice shaking. "Get out." Adam looked at her, guilt mixing with relief as if he had been waiting for her to say those words. He grabbed a bag he had already packed, and with one last glance, he walked out the door, leaving Claire alone in the house they once shared. The days that followed were a blur of tears, anger, and disbelief. Claire had spent 15 years of her life loving a man who had betrayed her in the most profound way possible. Friends and family rallied around her, offering words of comfort, but it wasn't enough to heal the gaping wound Adam had left behind. For weeks, Claire struggled to get out of bed, replaying every moment of their life together, wondering where she went wrong, what she could have done differently. But then, something changed. One morning, Claire woke up and realized she was tired of crying, tired of feeling like a victim. She had spent years building her life around Adam, sacrificing her own dreams for the sake of their relationship. But now? Now she was free. And instead of being broken by his betrayal, Claire decided to rebuild herself, stronger, bolder, and more determined than ever. She threw herself into her career, a job she had once taken for granted while playing the role of a dutiful wife. Claire had always been good at what she did, but now, with nothing holding her back, she began to soar. Promotions, new opportunities, and recognition came her way, and she found herself thriving in ways she never had before. She enrolled in classes she had always wanted to take, photography, yoga, even a business course. Claire rediscovered passions she had forgotten in the haze of her marriage. Slowly but surely, she started to build a new life for herself, one that wasn't defined by being Adam's wife. The pain of his betrayal never fully disappeared, but it transformed. It became a source of strength, fueling her to become the best version of herself. And then, one evening, months later, Claire ran into Adam. She was out with friends, laughing, genuinely happy for the first time in what felt like forever, when she saw him. He was with the woman he had left her for, a younger, prettier version of the life he used to have. Adam's eyes widened in surprise when he saw Claire. She was glowing, radiating confidence and happiness in a way she never had before. He approached her, an awkward smile on his face, as if he wasn't quite sure how to act around this new, powerful version of the woman he had abandoned. "Claire, you look amazing," he said, his voice filled with regret. She smiled, a genuine, easy smile that spoke volumes. "Thank you, Adam, I am." There was a moment of silence between them, and for the first time, Adam seemed to realize what he had lost. He had left her broken, but Claire had risen from the ashes of their shattered marriage like a phoenix, stronger, more beautiful, and more vibrant than ever. "I made a mistake," Adam began, his voice faltering. Claire looked at him, her heart calm, her mind clear. "Yes, you did." And with that, she turned and walked away, leaving Adam standing in the past where he belonged. Claire had learned that her worth wasn't tied to anyone else. She was whole, complete, and powerful on her own. Adam's betrayal had been the catalyst for her transformation, but now she was free to live the life she deserved. And she was never looking back.